Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where I'm going to be checking out more BAND-MAID on my mission to hear all of the songs that are popular, relevant, or just everyone likes. You know how this works. Anyway, today I'm checking out a song that I have for some reason managed to miss for so long, which is Awkward. This one's been recommended so many times, I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I apologise, guys. Anyway, I was sent a link for it being performed live. I don't believe this has a music video, so I am going for the live version. I believe when I was actually doing my roundup of live performances by BAND-MAID, this was another song that was suggested as well, actually, so probably a good reason for me to go back to it. As you guys know, I'll stop whinging on about it, but you know that basically I've got to know BAND-MAID through doing this and following the comments that you guys have given me, and I really love the band. Been fantastic, everything from sort of decent to amazing songs. I love when they experiment, but I also love when they just do their own thing. Anyway, I was told that Awkward is a little bit more of a chilled out song than you'd usually expect from BAND-MAID, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Anyway, here we go and go. That's a really beautiful intro. Let's see where it goes. I think I've said before, I love when they play with funk, and this is why. Sounds great. Yeah, it's lovely to hear them playing over such a different rhythm from usual. I feel a good bridge coming on. Ooh, that's old school. Hey, all right, that's it. Yep, that's it. All right, Awkward by BAND-MAID. That's an interesting one now, isn't it? Brings up a few interesting topics from the start. I mean, first of all, I love that they were going over that beat. I wasn't really just thinking about it. It was kind of like a really fast tripleted beat, but it sort of had that funky element to it. What I find that tends to do, and I think probably most musicians would agree, feel free to give me counter opinions, but I think if you do like a tripleted or a more funky beat, you open up more room between the notes, which means that you tend to end up with something where you can hear more detail. So with that song, it had a slightly more sparse, relaxed feel, but there was all the little details really shone in the way that sometimes in a sort of pumping, fast 4/4 song, you can't hear them. So that was really just very nice to listen to, very good on the ears, very easy on the ears, but also still had that hard rock feel at the same time. I would regard that actually as being another example of them breaking away a little bit from the norm and trying something experimental. I do like to say, and this is something that I love about them, however much they have a sound, they don't waste that. They look in every nook and cranny, every corner to try and find a different way of using their sound, the BAND-MAID, if you like, the BAND-MAID sound. Yeah, there's no other way of saying it, I don't think. But I think in the grand pantheon of BAND-MAID songs, the hook is not the catchiest they've ever written. It was a fairly, the hook was fairly disposable in my mind, but the actual song itself, the instrumentation behind was fantastic. Really had a different mood from a lot of their songs. And I love the way that the arrangement built up. It started very light. That introduction was gorgeous. The guitar playing was perfect. Just had that guitar sound as well. Everything about that was beautiful, and the way it built up. Every chorus was individually different as well. They didn't just repeat the same chorus. The chorus had a bigger and bigger sound as it went on. In fact, this is something which has always been a BAND-MAID quality, is they never, even if they go verse, chorus, bridge, chorus a lot, they never waste their verses and choruses by copy pasting them. There's always like a little bit of a difference each time they play them, just to keep it interesting and add some progression to things, even if the arrangement is fairly standard. Probably actually one of my disappointments in this is something that you guys are I'm going to get a lot of comments about this, because I've always said, I'm not a big guitar solo fan. That's not to say I don't like guitar solos. I can really enjoy guitar solos sometimes, but for me, they only work in a very narrow band of circumstances usually. Either, like I was saying before, they either have to be so melodic that you can almost sing along to them, or they just have to have the exact perfect quality in the arrangement to move the arrangement along in a perfect way. The funny thing is that this was one of those songs, when she burst in with the guitar solo, it was a really old school sort of like, almost like a 80s or 70s American rock style guitar solo, and it was really fantastic, but it was so short-lived. Actually, one of my biggest complaints is I wanted more bridge. Specifically, the guitar solo would have been fine. If the bridge had just been a longer guitar solo, I would have been cool with that, because I was really, when we went into the bridge, the feeling was, okay, I'm really in for this. This is actually one of those songs where a guitar solo is the perfect thing, and I'm really ready for it. And it started going, and then it ended and went back to that chorus, which, like I say, is not one of the best BAND-MAID choruses. As I've said before, their whole bracket, their whole level is high enough that even a mediocre BAND-MAID chorus is still pretty good by any other band's standards. But like I say, compared to what the whole mood was giving me when we went into the bridge, I would have liked to have heard more bridge. I was really pumped up for that when it came in. But, fair enough. So what can I say about that? Chorus could have been a little bit more catchy, but not really easy to complain about that. It's still pretty damn good. Would have wanted more bridge, would have wanted more from that guitar solo, because I was really enjoying that. Otherwise, though, those are the only criticisms. That's actually a damn good song. Really enjoyed it. I love that it adds another string to the BAND-MAID bow in the terms of their sort of whole portfolio of material. It's another one of those songs that stands out as being different and yet still is very clearly a BAND-MAID song. As always, the musician's doing an unbelievable job in just adding all the details. I mean, I almost don't point out the details that they add now, because there's so many in each song and they're so perfectly crafted that it's not really worth picking holes in it. But yeah, that was an interesting song. I'm really glad I've heard that, and I'm glad because like I said, it adds something to the plethora of material that they have. So yeah, looking forward to hearing more. I do think every time I feel like I've ticked off, like, oh, I must have heard everything BAND-MAID can do now, they always add something. Even if it's just little, there's always something where another song comes along and you go, all right, that's made me even more impressed. And that's what this song is. It's another one of the songs where I've gone, I appreciate you guys even more now from having heard that. But anyway, enough of me waffling, you get the picture. So, if you're new to the channel, there's about 1 billion BAND-MAID videos already done. Feel free to go back and check them. Obviously, if you already know me, I'm starting to get to that point where I'm thinking, what more can I hear? What more can I hear before I draw up this top 5? So now's a good time to get in with some suggestions. You probably know I've listened to about 1 billion songs, so you're probably going to have as much trouble remembering which ones as I am, but feel free to go back and check it out. If you just go to the channel and just search BAND-MAID in my channel search thing, you'll see all of the videos that I've done. But for now, from Japan, ciao.